Hi guys, how are you? Today I'm doing chapter 10, which is creating your own JavaScript word game. Okay, the word replacement game give you a basic story structure and ask you to supply different parts of the speech, which is nouns, verb, adjectives, adverbs, and so on. So, if you think about it, these games are very similar to JavaScript web apps, the basic structure. So now this is what the game is supposed to be at the end. So creating a variable story. For this first version of the game, we wrote a story about Douglas, the JavaScript robot. So here's our story about Douglas, the JavaScript robot, with certain words removed and replaced with the input expected. One adjective, day. Douglas was, maybe we can say, one rainy day Douglas was dancing in his bedroom, um, reading a book about, I don't know what I can say here, color or the yellow, don't know. Alright. Creating the word replacement game. The word replacement game makes use of everything you've learned so far in this book. So we get it on the fiddle, and this is what it is supposed to be when it's finished. Okay. Writing the HTML, the question area, the button area. So the HTML, you have to have this is a story, this is the button, this is the question area. This is the unordered list, and then it has um, now notice what we put a slash before the closing bracket in the input field. Put a label underneath the input field by using the bracket tag followed by the label like this. Finally close the li element, putting the following ending tag. Okay, so now they're just letting us know how to do the HTML side of the game. So after all the HTML and the buttons, we need to get this, and now this is the button, the replace it button. Styling the word game. So CSS basically is what we use to style. You use to change the color, the font family, the how you want the font to be, and how you want, where you want the certain colors or the certain words to be placed at, or just how you want your things done. You can also choose the width, the height, and everything. Now this is our CSS, and these are our IDs that we have in our HTML. So now we start on the JavaScript. Now we have a replacement button that we get by that get element by ID to get it from the HTML, and then we have a replace button. Now we need to set a function for the replace button so that we know what the replace button does. Okay. Uh, Now this is the first adjective, and then now we're going to the story. What is the story? The story is the Douglas dance party. Okay, now with this line written on the code inside JavaScript, you should know look like the following. So now this is the function to replace it. Okay, now this is what it's supposed to look now after you have replaced. So you replace once you replace the word that you used to replace, it comes on a silly day. Okay. Paste your copy on the next line and modify it to match the following. Douglas was dancing. Now the completed markup HTML in the HTML page. Now this is what the HTML is supposed to look like once the Douglas game is done and completed code in JavaScript. You must have the function to replace. You must also not forget to to get the elements from the HTML and also to declare variables. Now you have a story of Douglas. It's done. Once they'll ask you to enter an adjective, enter a verb, enter a room in a house, a color, a plural noun, a verb past tense of a verb, and a beverage. Okay, so now this was the Douglas game.